Hi everyone, I'm Alin Zola from Analogue Studio, and this is an updated demo for my Polaroid back for Mamiya RZ67. This is a current production model. It's actually going to go out today, if I have the time, to a photographer in California, Krista Miller. So let's get it started. So this is based on a fairly current Polaroid camera. So it takes itype film or RB6 or type 600 or SX70 film. All the modern Polaroid film you can buy in stores right now, except the Polaroid Go film. It's smaller, it doesn't fit this camera. And it's a regular film back, so that means it has a dark slide, which is a little tight on this particular back. Alright, so slide, and it's also a Polaroid back. That means it accepts Polaroid film. It's a cartridge reduced film. It goes in the same way it goes into a regular Polaroid camera. Open the film door, put this in. This pack, the demo pack, has a cardboard sliding, so it works the same way with the regular pack. That's it. And now we're kind of ready to shoot. So let's go mount it on an RZ67. I have this is my RZ67 built body. I don't have a working RZ67, so this is just a broken body, but it worked well enough to develop the back. And I have learned a few things while using this back, and also from feedback from my beta testers. So if you want to use this on an RZ67, the first thing you have to do is put your body in manual mode. So use this switch on side and flip it to the left. This will be an M. This will retract these winders. These are winders to advance the film in the film back, and they serve no purpose here. They're also kind of in the way. And also you want to make sure that your back is in landscape position. That means that there's a little circle right here is pointing up towards the waist level finder that's missing here. But anyway, so this is the camera pointing up, circle pointing up as well. And the back mounts sideways, so in landscape position, so your photos are gonna be also sideways. It's a mechanical limitation of this back. Maybe in future prototypes I'll get around that, but for now that's how it works. So as you notice, you can see the regular RZ67 mounting ring here, and those two mounting holes, 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's also two clearance holes here, so these are used to register the back with the back of the camera. So you flip it sideways, this is the eject button box, face it down, that's the eject button. The camera is off now, so that's why it's not working. And you want to make sure you register these 4 holes with the pins on the back of the camera. So I would do this, keeping this camera pointing down, kind of trying to see at least 2 of the holes are, and they should go right in. You can see it pretty easily. And actually, before you do that, you want to make sure that this ring is not in this position. You want to make sure it's perpendicular. It does overshoot above 90 degrees a bit, so you just want to make sure that the holes are clear, so the pins go in easily. So let's do this again. It's pointing down. Camera is pointing sideways. So those 2 winders are on the right, and these holes here point the same way, eject box, eject housing down. So let's register the holes. Register the holes. Sorry if I'm a little quiet. I had better luck first time. Right, and you want to make sure this is pressed in properly. And then this is the lock ring. You want to push this towards the front of the Polaroid back here. All right. And depending on what you need to get, this may be harder or easier. On this one, there's a little resistance, but there's a positive click going up. So I'm going to unlock it. Unlock. Push this down. You want to make sure there's no gaps. And all right, it's locked. And you're ready to shoot. Well, not quite yet. So, because this is Polaroid film, you just put a film pack. Want the protection cardboard slide in. You want to eject that first in order for light to reach the film. So what we're going to do, we're going to turn on the power to the back. This on-off button right here, on, and eject the cardboard slide. Now film is exposed. So if you open the back, take the film out, you're going to fog the film. Okay. And now, what do? We take the dark slide out. It's a film back, has a dark slide. Don't lose that. I do have replacements, but they're not exactly free. So, and frame, we measure the light, whatever, frame, shoot. The back doesn't work, as I said. My camera doesn't work. And then when we're done, we simply eject the frame. Now, this is called a frog tongue. It's a plastic sheet that protects the film in the first couple of seconds, and that's because film needs a little protection from light in order to create a pacifier layer. And if you pull it out, it's gonna be blue in a unexposed, in a fresh or just exposed frame. This is a old picture, so it doesn't look like that. So after you do that, I would place it down away from light. Doesn't have to be light proof. And then the film is gonna develop. It takes about, for color film, it takes about 5 minutes or so before you start seeing an image. And it fully develops, I'm talking about modern Polaroid film, latest generation, fully develops in about 2025. And after that, even after a couple of hours, you're going to see the colors darkening. So the picture is never going to get lighter. The colors are always going to get more saturated. And for black and white film, the process is faster. I think you see an image in about 2 or 3 minutes, and it's fully done in about 20 minutes. Anyway, so say you're done shooting. Well, before we get there, so you shot one picture and there's 8 frames in the pack, and I created this manual film counter. Starts at 8, and then you turn it to the other way, 7, and then you keep going till you reach last frame, and then there's an X, which is also doubles at 10, because there's also a 9, and we go to 8. I reuse this on other backs that take Instax film that has 10 frames per cartridge, so that's why I have goes through 8 to X and so on and so forth. Anyway, so you're done, and you're done shooting for the day. Turn off the back, put in the dark slide. And a little bit. All right. Okay. It's done. It's back in, and then we can remove the back from the camera. All right. And if you want to shoot film again, put it back in the regular mode, these actually. I have never shot film with one of these. And this is it. Oh, the back is powered by 4 AAA batteries. They're housed under this cover. And the cover comes off if you use any screwdriver or penny to take this silver screw off. It's just a regular screw. Don't lose that. It's a regular screw, but the length is matched to these parts. And so and it simply just kind of pops off, and you can see there's a simple 4 AAA battery holder underneath, and you can see the batteries. So, and when you start slowing down when you eject, that means the batteries are running out of juice, and that should take a long time. I haven't replaced mine, as in I've shot 40-50 packs already, and then they keep going. It's a lot of power. And then you replace them, pay attention to the polarity, and pay attention they're set all the way in. So one doesn't sit in properly, take it out, and then try to make sure that it's flushed. It's not just kind of crooked. And after you travel, I had the surprise of if this gets jolted a bit, one of the batteries may come off the place. So if suddenly it doesn't power, just take it off, make sure that the battery is in place, put it back on. And sometimes if you leave a pack inside for more than a week or so, and you're in a humid environment, or if you use very old film pack whose chemicals have leaked, then prints may stick together, and this may try to eject 2 prints at a time. And you're gonna know because it's gonna make a noise like it's ejecting, but then it's gonna get stuck. Turn it off. Don't leave it on. Turn it off. And open the door, and you're gonna see there's probably gonna be a print stuck here. Just pull them out forcefully. Throw them away. I would also take this out. It's probably one of the prints is gonna be displaced like that. Yeah. So push that back in. This is gonna be ruined, of course. Put the pack back in. Make sure it sits in properly. And then eject the bad one. And then the one underneath, it's probably going to be okay. You might have a little light leak on one side, but you can use the rest of the pack. Unless, of course, it's a leaky pack, then I would suggest that you just throw it away. And if there's a residue on the rollers here, use a Q-tip with alcohol and try to clean it. Maybe if a chemical pack has burst. So, all right. And so this covers it. Turn it off. Make sure it's off when you transport it. This is fairly sensitive, and you could eject many packs at once, many frames at once, one after the other. I'm sorry. If you don't turn it off, and you can lose your entire pack and make a mess in your bag. Right? Let me know if you have any questions. My email address is public. You can find it. It's Aline@Analogue Studio, and you can contact me on Instagram, Facebook, so on and so forth. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.